What's going on, YouTube? This is Mike here, and I have a lot of exciting information that I want to talk about regarding Super Smash Brothers. Now, I just want to apologize in advance if my voice sounds a little bit weird and my nose just making me sound all nasally. My allergies are flaring up, so just bear with me here. So recently, there was a huge leak regarding the release of new characters for Super Smash Brothers, which was Ryu and Roy. I was actually going to talk about if these leaks were actually credible, which I was going to say that they were extremely credible because it actually showed gameplay footage of both of them fighting. So I think that it was pretty much a guarantee that these fighters would be released. The problem is that they actually ended up releasing the official release videos of them coming to Super Smash Brothers. So instead of talking about the credibility of the leak, I'm going to talk to you about what I think about these two new characters coming to this game. Now, anybody who's played video games since the 90s should know who Ryu is. Everybody used to call him Ryu, yeah, I know. But everybody knows who that character is, one of the staples of Street Fighter. I think that it's awesome that he's being released into the game, because he is one of the best characters in the Street Fighter series. Me personally, I like Ken more than Ryu, but whatever, we'll just keep going with it. I think Ryu is an awesome character to put into Smash Brothers. I think that it just will get fans so excited about what we can possibly get in a Nintendo game, because this is probably one of the only games that you will see that has a member of Street Fighter fighting against Super Mario and Link and all these different people, Donkey Kong. This is the only game where you will ever be able to see something like that. So the thought of Ryu in this game is actually pretty awesome. But there is one really big problem that I have with Ryu being in this game. The big problem I have with Ryu being in this game is the fact that he's going to be too much like Little Mac. The reason why I say that is because he only has one or maybe two, if they add something, attacks that you can actually shoot from far away, which is obviously the Hadouken, which is one of the coolest moves that they have come up with regarding Street Fighter. Yeah, I do think it's kind of a ripoff of the Kamehameha wave. What are you gonna do? Anyways, I think he's gonna be a little bit too much like Little Mac, where he has to have a lot of close hand-to-hand combat, and I don't think he's going to be that good of a player or fighter from a distance. I also believe that they're going to give him similar jumping abilities to Little Mac, because everybody knows that Little Mac is terrible at jumping. I think that the same thing's going to be with Ryu, but it's pretty awesome that we're going to have, you know, his fights and be able to recreate those, but with Mario characters. Given a nice Shoryuken. Shoryuken! One thing that I noticed that I thought was really cool about Ryu as well was that every time he hits a character, it was the classic Street Fighter sounds of the punching and kicking from Street Fighter. I don't know if you guys have noticed it. You guys should definitely check it out and really pay attention to that, because I thought that was a really cool feature that they added into the game. I'm also really looking forward to what his final smash is going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of huge Hadouken or something just crazy. We're just going to have to find out and see, because I don't think they really showed it in the video. So now let's talk about Roy. So anybody who's familiar with the Super Smash Bros. Series knows that Roy came from the Melee, or Melee, whatever you want to call it, game. And he kind of just disappeared off the face of the earth from that moment on. Yeah, he might have been in the Fire Emblem games and stuff like that, but he was actually a favorite character of a lot of players, and a lot of people were really aggravated when he was replaced with Ike. Me personally, Ike's my character, so that didn't bug me that much. But this is what I think about having Roy back in the game. I think he's going to make a lot of players happy that played Melee or Melee, because a lot of people think that Melee or Melee was one of the best games in the series, better than Brawl, and I think that a lot of people are really going to look forward to getting him back into the game. I honestly think he should be free DLC, just as a way to say, hey fans, you know what, we know you missed Roy and Brawl, so here we go, you can have him for free, no questions asked, here you go. I think Roy's going to be a great fighter. I love his fire abilities, and I just think that He's awesome. I like how they kind of use some of the same sounds as they did back in Melee. So, the pros of Roy is going to be that he is an awesome fighter. He's really cool. His fire ability is amazing. He was pretty much Marth except stronger. Yeah, a little bit slower, but stronger, and has just way cooler moves. But the cons are, I think he's going to be a little bit too much like a mirrored character of Marth or Lucina, and pretty much just have that fire ability. That's one thing that I'm kind of bummed about, is because he was so much like Marth in Melee, and, you know, I don't really know what to say about it, but, you know, either way, I'm looking forward to it. In conclusion, I'm looking forward to seeing both of these characters and how they work in the game, and I hope that both characters are awesome. I honestly didn't think anybody was really expecting Ryu. I know a lot of people were talking about it, but I think that a lot of people weren't actually expecting him to actually make it into the game. You know, a lot of people were talking about Meta Ridley or King K. Rool, and everybody's just like, there's no way, as much as people want them in the game, there's no way that he would actually make it into the game. I think that a lot of people were thinking about that with Ryu, but, you know, I think both of these characters are going to be awesome, and I can't wait to play as both of them. Yes, I will definitely be playing as both of them, so I can let you guys know exactly what I think of them. But I actually want to know what you guys think about, you know, the Smash Fighters ballot and everything like that. I want to know what you guys want as a character. I'm pulling for Banjo-Kazooie because, I mean, come on, Banjo-Kazooie, one of my favorite games for the N64. You know, I really hope that they actually do that. You know, I'm hoping that Microsoft and Nintendo can settle their differences and come together and put together an awesome game, you know. But we're just going to have to see. And, you know, hopefully you guys can help me out and keep requesting Banjo-Kazooie, because, you know, like I said, that'd be my #1 choice right there. But anyways, just giving you guys a little update. We're going to have a couple of awesome videos. One that actually isn't a review, that I just had to shoot and had to show you guys. I'm looking forward to it so much. And I really don't want to give anything away, but I just want to tell you guys to stay tuned, because it's coming very soon, and we will see you next time.